Can I see very specific content? Niche content, shall we say? I've been watching videos about different VPNs and in particular NordVPN, and the videos just confused me. So I thought I'd make a video for the normal person. Something that doesn't talk about tunneling protocols and Panama legal legislation and other things I just don't understand. No, I'm going to tell you about exactly what you actually want to know when it comes to VPNs and in particular NordVPN. Can I see content that's blocked in my country? Can I see very specific content? Niche content, shall we say, that's blocked in my country as well. Maybe you live in the UK, maybe you live in France, or maybe you live in another country in the world where the government has just brought in new legislation for you to be able to see your adult content, and you need to register your Face ID or give a passport or something like that. Can NordVPN help me in those circumstances see that content? Does it work on my computer? Does it work on my mobile phone? Does it work on my tablet and other devices? Is it easy to use? What does a VPN actually do? Yeah, to a normal person. Explain it to me like a normal person. What does it do? I'll tell you. Is it legal? Am I allowed to use it? What countries can I connect to? Can I use it on my phone and my laptop at the same time? And is it safe? Let's start with, is it safe? Is NordVPN safe? Yes. NordVPN is one of the most trusted VPNs out there. I've been using it for years. Lots of companies use it. It's one of the most established ones. It is safe. Yes. Is it legal? Well, that depends. And it depends on where in the world you are. I'm in the UK. Yes, VPNs and NordVPN are legal. It is absolutely fine to use it. In fact, you've probably already used a VPN on your work computer and you didn't even realize. So companies throughout all of UK use it. Is it legal in Europe? Most of Europe, yes. America, yes. All of North and South America, most of it. Asia, most of it. Australia, yes. Africa, some of it. I've got a diagram here and it tells me where VPNs are illegal and also where they're restricted. But this diagram is a couple of years old. You need to be looking up where it is that you live in the world and whether you can use one. Only you can make that decision. I said you've probably already used one through work, you just didn't even realize. But why do companies use a VPN and why should you use a VPN? What is a VPN? Well, this is about as technical as I'm going to get, okay? A VPN, or a virtual private network, is a tool that, and I'm reading this, encrypts your internet connection and routes it through a secure server. And this is why companies use VPNs. It means that your online activity is hidden from the prying eye, whether it's your internet provider, hackers on public Wi-Fi, or even government surveillance. That's why companies use it, and that's why I use it. I, like any company, want my data to be as safe and secure as it can be. And it is, it's why companies use it. They're handling customer data. They want the safest thing they can use to make sure that data is not stolen or anything. So they use a VPN. They'll use NordVPN. And this is the last technical bit. NordVPN masks your IP address, which helps protect your identity and can make it look like you're browsing from another country. That's useful for accessing region-locked content or bypassing internet restrictions. So if you wanted to view something that is absolutely fine in a different country, NordVPN's your answer. Or if you're just trying to get around some kind of government legislation, like one that's just been put in place, NordVPN is also your answer. Very last thing about countries, if you're buying a VPN to use in a different country, so you're going to go traveling, NordVPN will be excellent. Just look at the list of countries that it works in though. As an example, NordVPN does not work in China. So if you're going to go traveling to China and you want to use your VPN, NordVPN is not the answer for you. If you're not planning on going to China, you're going to be fine with it. Something I need to say as well now, I'm not affiliated with NordVPN. I pay for it and I've paid for it for many years. I do have an affiliate link though. And what this affiliate link does, it gives you a discount. So that's in the description for this YouTube video. So if you click on that, you'll be taken to NordVPN, and by clicking on it, you'll get a discount. I make a tiny bit of money. I really do mean a tiny bit of money. You get big discount. Okay, so make sure you click on that link. Yeah, I'm trusted. You've seen me before. You know who I am. So let's get to those hard-hitting questions. Does it work on my computer? Yes. I'll show you that in just a moment. Does it work on my phone? Yes. I'll show you that in just a moment. I'm going to be using my Android phone to show you, but I can assure you it works on the iPhone as well because my wife has used it on her iPhone. Does it work on a smart TV? Yes. Does it work on an iPad? Yes. Let me actually show you it working. So what you do, you click on the affiliate link, you end up on the Nord page, you enter all your details, etc, etc, etc. You then download NordVPN as you would, and you launch it like any other piece of software. When you launch it, this is what happens. It launches and you're on this screen here. Now this screen looks technical. Do not let that put you off. It is not technical. It's really, really easy to use. I'm going to show you. I'm currently connected to a VPN in the UK. To connect to one in a different country, I choose from the list, or I can go to one of my recent ones. Information over here, we've got information about how often I've been using it, threat protection and things. Don't worry about any of that. This is the second time I've even looked at this. Don't worry about this. Yeah, focus on this bit. I'm in the UK. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you it working. So I'm going to go to YouTube to show you it working. So I'm in YouTube and I'm going to go to news. So these are all UK news stories. In case you're wondering why Donald Trump's in all of them, it's because he's just come over to the UK. He's in Scotland playing golf or something. But all of these are UK news publications. So the Telegraph, LBC, story about Everton trying to sign Jack Grealish. You know, Everton being a football club in England. Sky News, GB News. Okay, so it's all UK related. I'm going to go back to Nord. And I'm going to move this, so I'm actually going to tell it that I'm in Poland. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to go to this map at the top here. So this map here shows me currently all of Europe. If I zoom it out, it shows me the whole world. So I could choose anywhere where it's got a location for me to connect. Let's go back to Europe though. So I'm in the UK, and remember on YouTube I UK news stories. Let's connect to Frankfurt. So that's Germany. Let's connect. And there we go. I've connected to Germany. Let's go back to YouTube. I'm going to refresh YouTube. I'm still in the news, but I'm going to refresh it. And ja, das ist gut. All of these news stories are German. You can see with the languages all changed and everything. But in case you don't believe me, in fact, it says Deutschland there as well. So you can see it's worked. In case you don't believe me, let's pick another one. Let's go to Poland, okay? So I'm going to connect to Poland. Dobrze. I'm now in Poland. I'm going to refresh this. And has it worked? Tak. Kocham NordVPN. That's about all of the Polish I know. It has worked. All of these are Polish news-related channels. So I'm showing you, it works. And all you do is connect to the country that you want. And if I wanted to be in North America, let's zoom you out. There we go. Go down. I'll just connect to one of these. So there you go. Charlotte, Atlanta, Nashville. Let's go for Nashville. Connect to that. I'm now in America. So that's how easy it is to do. Why would I want to connect to a different country though? There's a couple of reasons. So let's say I'm using a popular streaming platform. I'm being careful with what I'm saying here, but a popular one word, red writing, black background. And they've bought the license for a movie. And that movie is available in Germany and it's available in Poland. But I'm in the UK and I want to watch that movie and I can't get it on my version of that streaming platform. But if I use NordVPN and I tell it that I am actually in Poland, and I use that popular streaming platform, and Poland's version of it has the license for that movie, I can now watch that movie even if I'm sat in England. And it will still be in English. Don't worry about that. It's not going to suddenly change to being in Polish. Or if it does, you just adjust your audio settings. But there we go. You can do that. So that's one of the reasons for it. Also, different platforms offer different functionality. So YouTube in the UK, and I pay for premium YouTube, does not give me any free movies. But YouTube in America, the premium version, gives you some free movies. So if I were to be using NordVPN and I told it I was in America, I'd suddenly unlock different functionality. So that's one of the reasons for it. The other reason, and this is probably the reason a lot of people are actually watching this video, is due to adult content. Certain countries, I know France has introduced something, but the UK has definitely introduced something that if you want to view adult content, you must show certain IDs. You must either scan your face and decide if you're over 25, or you must show your passport, or you must enter some really personal information in there to see adult content. And maybe I don't want to give it my passport or something so I can see some adult content. So what is the way around it? Well, one way is to connect to a different country. So if I was to connect to Ireland as an example, Ireland doesn't have the same rules and laws as the UK. So if I was to connect to Ireland, then I would be able to see the same content, exactly like I used to a week, a month, a year ago. And all I've got to do is connect to it. And then go on the websites, it works. And can I do this on my phone? Absolutely. It works in exactly the same way. Let me demonstrate. So I've downloaded the app from the App Store. I'm using NordVPN on my phone as we speak. All I do is choose where I want to connect to. So I'll connect to the UK. Currently not connected. Go to Quick Connect. I'm connected. There we go. I'm using NordVPN in the UK. Pick a different country. Let's go to Ireland, as I say. Click on that. Quick Connect. I'm now connected to Ireland. And that is how easy it is to use it. Let me show you a couple more things. So these things are important. If you are having any problems with the VPN, so you go on the websites, and most websites will work absolutely perfectly. Some websites will be a bit confused and they won't like the fact you're using a VPN. This is quite rare, but it does happen. What you can do, you can pause it. So I'll show you on the website, but this works on the phone as well. Click pause, choose how long, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour. There we go. I'll do 15 minutes, I've paused it. And I can resume it whenever I want by clicking resume now. But if I don't want to pause it, I just want to turn it off. This button here, which is disconnect, click on that. And essentially I click on pause auto connect. It'll then turn it off and you see that I'm not connected. I use my computer and the internet in exactly the same way as I always have. It has no impact. I'm just not using the VPN any longer. The most common reason why a website won't work when you're using a VPN is for security reasons. So when you go abroad, if you go on holiday and you're in the south of France and you go on your phone, you try and see your email or connect to Facebook or something, and it says your unusual activity detected. And it's unusual because you're normally at home in England and now suddenly you're in France and it's wondering, who are you? Should you be logging into this? And you might have to just enter some details or ask for an email with a PIN or something like that. Well, when you're connected to your VPN and you're somewhere else in the world, so if I'm connected to a server in France or I'm connected to a server over here in Bulgaria, then whatever I'm trying to connect to, so Twitter or my email or whatever it is going to do the same thing. It's going to say, why is he in Bulgaria? Who's just in England? So it's no different to that. It's just a security measure and it's a good one. It's a good one. So that summarizes NordVPN and VPNs in general. I recommend Nord because that's the one I've been using and that's what my friends have been using and that's what my partner's been using as well. So that's why I recommend it, because I am using it. Also, I mentioned it, click on my link. VPNs offer safer protection. They're used by individuals and companies throughout the world, and the company that you work for probably uses a VPN already. They also allow you to imitate being in a different country, which allows you to see different information to what you can currently see in your country. VPNs in most of the world are completely legal. If you click on the link in my YouTube video for this, you'll save some money when you sign up to Nord. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more top tech tips.